So after I was watching these storylines, these blogging videos, um, about these celebrities and shit like that, I was really thinking about my own relationship, how it's new, and how I don't want to argue no more with my man. I don't want to feel the pain that some of these celebrities was feeling or whatever. Um, but like I mentioned in the other videos, my man was sleeping in his other room, and I'm in this one, and so it's been like that two nights, 3 nights, 2 nights, 2 nights, and so I kind of like missed him last night. I wanted him to be next to me and cuddle with me and sleep with me and fuck me. Um, but so I sent him an audio yesterday while he was downstairs watching TV, and I told him I want you to make love to me tonight, and he was like, okay. So you know, once he was done watching TV, he came upstairs and he still had a serious face, like he was mad at me. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck you're still mad about. But yeah, we made love. It was great. He ended up laying next to me, but then after that, I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. Not the first time I can't sleep next to him. I start hearing like all types of shit. Um, so I feel like I'm being kept up on purpose. I feel like mother's got me tweaking next to him on purpose. But I just don't know why. Um, I usually, since my kids have been living with their father, um, and I'm out of work, I usually like to sleep during the day, or at least stay in bed during the day. Kind of be up at night, but sometimes I am exhausted by nighttime. And so I do continue to sleep at night. So it looks like I'm a lazy bitch, but I'm just not. And so I am very anemic. Um, I know the last time me and my doctors spoke about anemia, they tried to tell me I didn't have anemia, but I know my body, and I am still anemic. I don't really consume iron that much as I should. So any day that I see a doctor, they uh do blood work, the first thing they tell me is my iron is low. Um, so I feel like that takes a big part on how exhausted I be feeling. Unfortunately, I do need extra energy to feel lifted, to feel energized. I don't really do energy drinks. I'll try, but like all I get is, oh, okay, I get why they call it an energy drink. But other than that, I don't do shit for me. Um, but then like how can I say? Like when I used to smoke, I depending on the kind of weed strand, uh, I would feel energized. But then there are some weed strands that get you real sleepy, real tired, real lazy, real zombie-ish. So be careful with those. But I like the ones that keep me up and running and active and very energetic. Um, Almost like if I was on coke. Um, I like those because, like I said, I'm very anemic. Like I'm very anemic. My man be like, you be sleeping, you be home all day, you be sleeping during the day. Yeah, kinda. I still gotta clean the house. I still gotta cook. Um, I still gotta maintain my look. Other than that, if I didn't do those things, I would look like a fucking crackhead. Um, And so when you do see that side of me, it's because I've been sick or I don't feel good or that. Um, but um, even when I'm drinking, like if I drink, I can drink a couple of cups of whatever. Um, but I get active. Um, I get active. I get active. But then you know your limit, right? As an adult, you would know your limit, um, because you're trying to be a responsible young adult. So you can't overdrink, if you have other priorities and other things to tend to, because then that would mean you're just now drunk. And I don't like being drunk. Um, there are days where I would want to be white girl wasted, but those usually never happen. Um, so obviously those two methods to go to are not the sanest methods to go to. There are times where I do take vitamins. It's rarely though, unless I'm pregnant. But like there are times I take vitamins. But other than that, I just try to maintain based off what I eat. Um, so if anything, like if my iron is absolutely low, I'll do like beef liver, chicken liver, and that kind of thing. Like anything that has maximum amount of iron. Um, I'll do beets, like red beets here and there for my blood levels and stuff like that, blood cleanse and shit like that. But mm, I like to sleep. I like to restore my energy. I don't like to be upset. I don't like to be mad. Um, it takes a lot out of me. Like it drains me. I like to be a happy person. So, with that being said, uh, I fear that my partner doesn't know that yet, or I feel like it's being forgotten be due to the pregnancy. We spoke last night and he's like, so when you gonna go to the hospital? So when you gonna go to the I'm like, listen, I already told you I'm gonna go to the hospital when I am due. When I feel that it's the day, that's the day I'm gonna go. Number one, I've been through this shit before. Not to sound all uppity and bougie and shit, but I feel like I've been through this before. My last experience wasn't too great. I kept all my appointments for the most part. I started feeling Braxton Hicks towards the end. I started going to the hospital. It wasn't time. They would send me back. It wasn't time. I wasn't dilated, blah, blah, blah. And then I felt on the day that I was going into labor, I felt it. Like it felt different. It was much more stronger. It was much more closer. Um, and at that time, I told my kid's father, listen, I think today's the day. This motherfucker ignored me, kept sleeping. And so I had to do like one of the K's, ignore the pain, go about my day. Like I had I think my child helped me with the strength, as far as strength, picking up strength, because I couldn't look like I looked like a weak bitch in front of him. So I ended up hopping in the shower. I ended up contacting his grandmother, letting her know I think today's the day. Like I think I'm actually gonna have to call and have them pick me up so that I can go into the hospital. But I really wanted my kid's father to come with me. I didn't want to go into labor by myself. My mother was at work. She was at work. And so, but then there was no one that was going to stay with my child. So I ended up calling the ambulance. I had to go. I get there like at 1. And they put the bracelet on me at 1, so that's how I know I got there at 1. Um, and I had my kid in like the next hour, almost 2 hours. But like I mentioned in my previous labor videos, I wanted a fucking epidural. And they couldn't give it to me because I was still in triage. I needed to be in a labor room for me to get an epidural, which means I had no choice but to birth my baby naturally with no drugs. So, with my first child, when I had the epidural, I ended up with backaches later on, a few months, maybe 2, 3 months in. I ended up with backaches and shit like that. With my second child, of course, I had backaches. Of course, I still can feel where they put the epidural for my first child. So it's like, of course, I have bad backaches. Um, and then my kid's father and his dumb shit didn't really help a few years later, but I have real backaches. So I'm stressed with how I might end up giving birth. I don't know if I should choose C-section right away. I don't know if I should do. I want to do natural again. Um, and then I don't even know if this is my last child, if my man and I want to plan more babies. Like what is my longevity basically? Right now, I don't want to see or speak to any doctors until I'm in labor, because I figure if when I'm in labor, I can go straight to the ER, and then they attend for me. Hopefully, they can take care of me, have a room and everything. I feel like I would rather go through that than have it how I was doing it, which was the right way in the first place. But then kind of find out they didn't have a labor room for me. Why not? Um, I do admit I did give birth a few weeks prior to the set date, but around that month you should have labor rooms. Like, what is this? This is a hospital. What you mean you don't have a labor room? Um, I didn't mind giving birth in triage. I just didn't know that they wouldn't be giving me medicine because I was in triage. So, like, I feel like I don't want to go through that again. I don't. And then on top of that, my doctor wasn't even with me. Like, my nurses helped me give birth to my child. I saw the doctor after. Like, the doctor wanted to see how I'm doing and how the baby was doing. Bullshit. I didn't see you. Like, I thought I would see you. Um, Even with my first child, I didn't see my doctor until after. So I figured, let me just pull up to the ER when I'm due. Hopefully, it's a day when my man is home. If not, I'm just gonna have to contact him, let him know I'm leaving, and meet me there. Um, he's like, leave that in the past. That was in the past, blah, blah. But I'm like, listen, realistically, you work every day, so you don't know what time I'm gonna give birth. You don't know when I'm gonna go into labor. The doctor's not really gonna tell me that neither. Like, yeah, but we need to know the baby's health, the baby's weight. Yeah. I understand that, but they still gonna tell me, when I'm in labor, when I pop the baby out, they're gonna weigh the baby. They're gonna make sure the baby's good. So you're not really telling me nothing. Um, um, I don't know how the hospital food is gonna be. Um, I'm already thinking how I want to pack my bag, my hospital bag. I got pads, I got robe, I got towels. Like, I have toiletries. Um, I still feel like I would need my mother. I need my teas. I need my massages, but my man can give me a I rather my man give me my massage. The only thing we can't even do nothing for like 2 months, 2.5 months. So within those 2.5 months, I'm trying to remember if when I breastfed, I was on my period after the hospital or not. I think I was, and then I didn't get my period for a while. I don't know if I want to breastfeed, honestly. I'll probably breastfeed at the hospital, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want pressure. Um, I want to keep the excitement for. I don't know the sex of the baby, and that's very different of me because with my two boys, I know. But with my second son, I thought it was actually a girl. But basically because my pregnancy was different, I was more swollen. My belly shape was different, and it ended up being a boy. But I was just basing it off what my mom thought. She thought I was having a girl. I always knew I was having a boy. Blah blah blah. This time I don't know what the fuck I'm having. Um, he secretly thinks I know and don't want to tell him. So he wants the doctor to tell him what I'm having. And then he's like, you know what? I don't want to know. I just want to know that the baby's okay. And all of this beautiful better if when I give birth, they tell me on the spot what the baby is. I don't know. I just feel like I need something new. Um, and I would love my baby either way. If it's a girl, it's a girl. If it's a boy, it's a boy. Um, I just don't know. Part of me thinks it's a boy, but I don't know. Sometimes I get confused. What else? Um, I don't know. We were discussing lease options and shit like that. Um, and so I feel like, wow, I'm really becoming. I feel like this wig could be fuller, but because it gives out a wet look, I get it. Um, I don't understand. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to the landlord lady, and you're gonna sign the lease." Now I'm confused. You want me to sign the lease, and you was just kicking me out the other day? I don't get it. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't sign, and I should just, if anything, if I need like address confirmation or address verification, just write me a letter and notarize it. Because now I feel like when he was like, you could stay here and I'll leave. I'll pay. I don't know. Pay my referral. I don't want to be in that situation. But I trust him for the most part. I don't know what that was about though, but I feel like we still have to discuss certain shit. I want to get married already. I know he feels the same. Um, but I also don't want to rush anything because I was very thrown off guard when when during some of our arguments. Um, and in last, well, yesterday, yesterday early morning, I caught a mouse, and so yesterday, well, this early morning, Um, I caught a craving. I went downstairs. I saw another mouse. So I let him know. Listen, there's another mouse. We need a mouse trap over here. And we started arguing again, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he's like, why you couldn't do it? And it's like, no, we're not going through this again. Mm-mm. No, no, we're not. I need that to be your job because you're the guy. Like, I was excited to dump the mouse that was trapped when I heard a mouse trapped. But it's not like I'm gonna do it all the time. I feel like that should be you. So that I don't see it type shit. Um and I told him, listen, I used to be really scared of mouses back in the day. So it was to prove it was I did it mainly to prove to myself, okay, I'm not scared anymore. But not on some this is what I'm gonna do all the time I see a mouse. No, 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 no. I still need you to catch those shits. Make sure they don't come back. Make sure they're not here at all. I don't like that shit. I try to be very clean. Um and so when I see a mouse on top of a surface, I feel very icky. It stinks. We gotta over clean. We're wasting more product than we should be. Like, no, no. But when I think about when I can't sleep, I just be like, wow. Um, but I don't want him to not be nice to me because I'm becoming a brat or because he thinks I'm a brat. When all I'm trying to do is be honest with him, keep it 100 with him, and make sure that I don't feel like I previously felt in my other relationships where I'm holding shit in. Um, and I don't think he understands that about me. Um, and he basically is acting like he wants to shut me up every time I'm saying something to him, which starts argument because I'm like, well, why are you responding that way, or why are you yelling at me? Um, and other than that, we will be all right. Like, I never liked when my father yelled at me. I never liked when he argued or had me look like I was trying to argue with him. But by the time he would tell me shit, I already knew better. So it was like you can't knock me for having my own opinion. You can't shut me down for thinking how I'm thinking. I feel like, yeah, you raised me, but I feel like I should be able to express myself and I shouldn't get hit or uh yelled at because of that. I feel like it's two people talking, but a lot of times guys like to feel like they're the only ones and you got to shut up and listen. To listen, yes, you got to shut up and listen. But to just shut up and never say anything back, I feel like that's wrong. So I went through a lot of that with my father growing up. And so a lot of the times in my relationship with guys, it shows. And so the guy ends up not liking that about me. Um, and I just feel like, you know, as far as dating girls, I don't think I've dated girls where it became that serious. But other than the 2 year relationship I had with my ex girlfriend, we did argue sometimes, and she did always say I was one sided. Um, I feel like because she expected me to be one of those I hate guys, lesbians, bitches, and I was not that. Like, if a guy is wrong, a guy is wrong. Um, it has nothing to do with if I like him, if I don't like him, if I dated him before, if whatever. It's just if a guy is wrong, a guy is wrong. Um, but a lot of the time, these girls feel like because you're with them and they're a girl, you hate men, and I feel like that's wrong. Um, Sometimes I feel like my man is just still trying to figure me out. Just like I'm still trying to figure him out. And we're both kind of over this pregnancy in a way. Like, we don't want to blame everything on the pregnancy, but we're kind of getting over the pregnancy. Um, and I miss just being his girl. I really do. And I'm pretty sure he missed just being my guy. But I don't want to be arguing with him. I don't want to be arguing with him. I want him to meet my kids already. Um, I don't know if he want me to meet his daughter yet. Um, I don't know if I don't know how that's gonna go. Eventually, I'll make a video about that. Um, but last night he was kind of telling me, "Oh, you need to talk to your mother. You know, she's been hitting him up." And so he's like, you need to talk to your mother. She says she's been calling you. You're not picking up, blah, blah, blah. When I look at my phone, my mother done called me almost 12, 15 times. And I'm just trying to figure out why. When she could just shoot me a text, audio, and just wait for me to respond. Nothing has happened to me because he would have told you something has happened to me. And I feel like stop being overly dramatic. It's not working for you. And I just feel like I'm still upset about my black dress and my turtleneck and my black panty. That's a whole outfit in itself, like a full outfit. And so I'm upset. I don't know why my things are there still. I feel like my man should get my shit back here ASAP. I don't want none of my shit there when my father pull up. Um, I don't even want my shit there at period. Like I've already moved. Um, and so now he's trying to set a date for us to go to New York. And I'm trying to tell him, you know, I'm set to go to New York in April. We should go in April, but it sounds like he wants me to go sooner. Um, and I don't want to keep dodging my kids. Like, it's not a good look. But I did say that if I don't see them in April, or if I don't go to New York in April, then I will be seeing them in June. I want to take maternity pictures. I'm trying to figure out what colors. I wanted pastel colors, but now I'm thinking I want uh, fall colors. Um, I don't know yet. I'll have to discuss with them what colors they might want to wear. Maybe kind of bring them into the plan. That way they don't feel weird. I don't know. Um, I know I want to wear some light color uh, romper stuff going on. I might want to change there, but it is gonna be in June, so it is gonna be warm. Um, but I think I'm gonna take my outfit and change there. I don't know what I want to do with my hair yet. I doubt I'm gonna wear this wig for the pictures. I kind of want to do long, long box braids, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Long box braids. The last time I was getting box braids at the salon, they wasn't really doing them how I wanted them to do them. Like I wanted them long and thick. Um, I didn't like my ends. I don't know. Um, my man says he has a cousin braids, so hopefully that could work out. I'm not too sure. I don't want random people touching my hair right in this area. Um, I might do a natural look. I don't know yet. Um, I really don't know. Hey, I might end up doing my own box braids. Um, just for that day. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm done with this video. Talk to you guys later.